Because homelessness is not an individual failure. It is a systemic failure. And if systems can help create the problem, systems can help prevent it.
Morning friends, happy Wednesday, how the heck you doing? And the second video upload of the day where you're really asking yourself as a UK taxpayer on Salty Island, if you know you know, did this really happen? Because it's actually beyond belief. Prince William made a speech yesterday in London about homelessness, and I'll just remind you before I get to this, it's halfway through his campaign to end homelessness. He spent multiple millions of pounds, not one property has been built, there's no photo of him handing the keys over to any homeless person. It's a complete scam. Prince William, homelessness is a systemic failure. The guy that has at least 5 properties, potentially 7, and is a multi-billionaire, that doesn't make sense, is a billionaire, is lecturing other people as an expert when he's not about homelessness. No credibility, no credentials, no help that he's providing himself. He has unlimited time, money and resources to fix any real problem that he comes across. But he does the minimum to get by in some kind of crazy, sick pantomime / theatre. So he looks as though he's got some statesman-like qualities. The British public are getting sick and tired of this pontificating on high from the people that take a little and give back almost nothing. We are tired of it. Believe me, change is coming in 2027. Once Andrew's charged, things will start to change. My opinion's not important. Yours is.
Hypocrite William strikes again. So he's talking about homelessness being a systematic failure. But look, billionaire talks about how homelessness is caused by systematic failure. A billionaire by virtue of the family he was born into, him being an heir to the throne. That's it. That's all. That's how this man became a billionaire. Some would even say he's never worked a day in his life. Yeah, they do royal engagements, but we know what those entail, right? Cutting ribbons, going for football matches, attending tennis games, work. Starting things like shorts, which is that work? So he says that systematic failure is the cause of homelessness. But he's a billionaire by virtue of what? That same failed system. Because ordinarily, he became a billionaire by being the son of the reigning monarch. That's it. That's all. So if a billionaire wants to preach about homelessness being a systematic failure, at least be doing something about it. Oh, he's building affordable homes. Oh, wow, well done. Awesome, great. But that's how they've gotten away with it for so long, isn't it? The sheeple followers, royal family fans, sycophants, who will defend, they will defend that, they will defend anything the royal family does, but then cry and call Meghan and Harry grifters for actually working. Meghan has a business as ever. They find everything to disparage that business, call her and Harry grifters. Obviously, they don't even know the meaning of grifting because Meghan and Harry are far from grifters. They're fine for their roles who don't do any work. Really, it's all tax-funded money. They're fine with them becoming billionaires. But they draw the line at the biracial duchess making her own money by her own self. Anyways, I don't think Prince William wants to preach. He gets away with all of these things because, again, they've said he's in bed with the media because these sort of things are things they really need to be calling out. Like, why are you, a billionaire, talking about homelessness being a systematic failure without actually doing anything concrete, solid about it?
The man who just months ago said that homelessness was his big initiative for the rest of his life is now selling land that farmers do not want him to sell, and they are concerned that he is putting profits over people. That same man is saying and doing both of those things at the same time, which makes me believe that he doesn't really care about homelessness, that he really only cares about money. I mean, he's essentially probably making them homeless in a way, is he not? By selling their land out from underneath them? That's sure what it seems like to me. Just as a side note, I think it's hilarious that they use pictures of him clean shaven because his beard looks so terrible, but nobody will actually say that to him, so they just put those pictures up instead of the ones of him in a beard.
Hello Squaddies, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, pull up a chair, hit that subscribe button and join the family. And to my returning crew, my day ones, you already know I love you. Thanks for locking back in with me. Listen, we have got to talk about the absolute state of the world today because the irony out here is getting so loud I can barely hear myself think. Get ready, because we are diving straight into it right now. Look, let's be entirely real for a second. Picture this. Prince William pulls up to a microphone, rocking a beautifully tailored bespoke suit that probably costs more than a regular person's car. He clears his throat, looks out at the crowd and says, with total, absolute sincerity, that homelessness is a systemic failure. You genuinely cannot make this stuff up. The internet didn't even get mad. Everyone just started laughing. It's that sharp, hysterical laugh you let out when the irony hits you so hard you don't even know what else to do. Like, bro, who do you think the system is? He's talking about a broken structure as if he's some independent auditor who just flew in to check the books. Regular people are out here working 50 hours a week, watching rent eat up half their paycheck and praying their landlord doesn't hit them with a surprise eviction notice. And then you've got a guy whose family literally owns castles, palaces, and massive chunks of the actual country, standing at a podium telling us resource distribution is messed up. Yeah, William, we know, we're living in it. That's what makes the whole thing so wild. It's not just that he's rich, it's that his entire existence is the ultimate definition of what that system spits out at the very top. You can't stand inside a little palace, look out the window at people sleeping on the pavement and say, wow, someone should really fix this setup, without realizing your setup is part of the equation. It's like a billionaire landlord giving a lecture on why rent is too high while raising your rent. The disconnect is so massive, it's almost impressive. He's got the perfect words, the perfect PR team, and the perfect tone of voice. But at the end of the day, all those smooth speeches don't put a roof over a single person's head. It's just premium, high-grade performance art for the cameras, while everyday folks are just trying to survive the week. The internet didn't even bother getting angry this time. People didn't have the energy for a massive exhausted meltdown. Instead, social media just collectively burst out laughing. It was that immediate, chaotic, "are you seeing this?" type of laughter that happens when someone says something so completely backwards you think it's a parody. X and TikTok took one look at his speech and instantly blew the whistle. The comment sections were absolutely undefeated. Everyone pointed out the massive glitch in his logic within 5 seconds. Think about it. William gets up there and claims homelessness happens because the system flips the script on how resources get handed out. Okay, cool. But if we are using that exact definition, what on earth do you call the monarchy? It's the same exact math. You can't point at a broken system with one hand while your other hand is holding the keys to inherited generational wealth that could fund entire city boroughs. That's why regular people weren't crying into their feeds, they were making memes. When everyday folks are skipping meals to pay gas bills, watching a literal prince play sociology is pure comedy. The internet didn't just miss his point, it completely exposed the whole operation. You can't call out the game when you're the one holding all the cheat codes. Let's be real here. Prince William will never, ever be homeless. Not next month, not in 20 years, not in any alternate reality you can cook up. That's just a straight up fact. The guy has a legal constitutional cheat code that guarantees he stays warm, fed, and housed forever. So when he stands at that podium talking about the struggle, there is a massive, hilarious gap between his reality and actual life. Normal people know exactly what it feels like when the bank account hits single digits. We know the panic of wondering if the rent check is going to clear or if the car is about to break down and ruin the whole month. That's real pressure. William, his version of hardship is probably waiting 5 extra minutes for his tea. He doesn't get it because he physically can't get it. He's looking at a brutal grinding crisis from a cloud so high up he needs oxygen. When you're that insulated from the real world, you don't actually understand the problem. You just understand how to look sad for the cameras. You can hire the best speechwriters in the world and practice your serious face in the mirror all day, but it's still just a performance. It's premium, high-level cosplay of someone who cares. Regular folks see right through it. At the end of the day, all those pretty words from a golden podium don't buy a single grocery bag or pay a single utility bill. It's just noise.
Let's talk about William's big project, Homewards. It's got the glossy brochures, the high-profile launch, and the massive claims about completely wiping out homelessness. Sounds amazing on paper, right? Except there's one tiny, hilarious, incredibly frustrating problem. Since he launched the thing, homelessness numbers have literally gone up to record highs. The math is straight up not mathing. And why is it failing? Because William treats homelessness like it's some mysterious, ghost-like systemic issue that just fell out of the sky. He gets up there and talks about this system as if it's a bad weather pattern nobody could control. oh look, it's raining systemic failure today. But regular people know exactly how the real world works. Homelessness isn't a ghost, it's the direct result of actual choices made by actual politicians. It's skyrocketing rents, slashed council budgets, and a total lack of affordable housing. It's concrete decisions that leave everyday folks struggling to keep a roof over their heads. But William can't say that. He won't name the specific policies or call out the governments responsible, because doing that would mean getting his hands dirty in actual politics. It would mean making things incredibly uncomfortable for his own institutional setup. So instead, we get a bloodless, performative PR campaign. It's like trying to fix a burst pipe by giving a beautiful, emotional speech about the philosophy of water. It looks great for the cameras, it makes the royal family look deeply concerned, but at the end of the day, it leaves everyday people completely out in the cold. It's pure simulation. Look, let's be entirely real. A microphone moment does absolutely nothing to put a roof over someone's head. You can stand at a podium looking deeply concerned all day long, but at the end of the day, words are cheap. Regular people know exactly what it looks like when someone is putting on a show for the cameras versus when they are actually doing the heavy lifting. And that is exactly why the contrast with Prince Harry and Meghan is so incredibly massive. While William is out here giving bloodless, safe speeches that don't upset his royal setup, Harry and Meghan are actually on the ground making things happen. Look at the Invictus Games. That isn't a glossy PR campaign or a vague 5-year plan that produces nothing but headlines. It is a massive, life-changing reality that has been running consistently for years, giving wounded veterans real purpose, real community, and tangible support you can actually see and measure. The Archwell Foundation isn't just dropping fancy brochures either. They are funding real projects, cutting checks, and doing the unglamorous hands-on work without needing a golden palace as a backdrop. That's the difference between real, authentic philanthropy and a very convincing imitation of it. One is a masterclass in royal cosplay, and the other is actual boots-on-the-ground service. Regular folks see right through the nonsense. We know who is just reading off a teleprompter to look good, and we know who is actually rolling up their sleeves to change lives. Harry and Meghan are out here living it, proving that if you actually care about a problem, you don't just diagnose it from a safe distance, you show up and fix it. Let's look at the absolute state of things right now. You've got regular, hard-working citizens literally skipping meals, staring at grocery bills like they're horror movie scripts, and trying to figure out if they can afford both cheese and bread in the same week. Millions of people are literally relying on food banks just to survive the month. And what is the monarchy doing? They are staging high-budget photo ops. It is pure, unfiltered comedy gold if it wasn't so deeply insulting. Everyday people are watching their bank accounts drain into single digits, and the royal family's big contribution to society is rolling out a fresh batch of glossy, color-coordinated PR pictures. Look at us holding a shovel. Look at us smiling at a community centre. Like, cool story, William, but can we eat the photo? Can we pay the gas bill with that highly curated Instagram aesthetic? The disconnect is mind-blowing. They are living in literal palaces, sitting on gold chairs, completely funded by the public, while the actual public is out here fighting for their lives against inflation. It's like watching your house burn down while the guy who caused it stands on the sidewalk taking a selfie in front of the flames to show how much he cares about fire safety. They don't want to fix the problem, they want to look good talking about the problem. It's all optics, no substance, and zero shame. While regular folks are trying to stretch a pack of noodles for 3 days, the Crown is treating a national crisis like a background prop for their next media push. Normal people are completely exhausted by the theatre. The game is fully exposed and nobody is buying the tickets anymore. Thanks for watching. I am your host, Miles. If you're tired of the royal fairy tales and want the real, unfiltered truth, make sure you smash that like button, leave your wildest thoughts in the comments, and share this video. Stay safe, stay real, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.